Welcome to the Cold Conquest series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. We're picking up on the 23rd of April 1910, which is about 5 months on from the end of the last part. And the reason for that is that I did record a video going through the winter, and when I was editing it, I thought this is incredibly dull because most of the video was me kind of talking, well, just rambling is probably the best way of describing it, and also just kind of controlling the construction offices to get things built, because we're now in this phase where we've got to start finishing off these settlements so we can move in our first residents. And the rate we're going, it could possibly take another year. Well, we certainly won't move anyone in this year because the summer's quite short. But what I want to do is try and look for the possibility of getting some more, getting the first residents in the spring of, well, 1912, I think, wasn't it? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is give you an update, and then in this part, I need to do a series of things. We need to do some surveying, because I need to check these areas, whether there's any coal or iron near these villages, which is going to affect what a future expansion and possibly the placement of industry. The other thing I want to talk about is let's put in our kind of low voltage power grid in. We've worked on the high voltage power grid, and then the final bit, hopefully we're going to cover in this part, is putting in our waste management system, something that I've been kind of scouting around for a couple of parts now. Anyway, first an update of where we are. What I hear, well, in both our main villages, what I've been trying to do is focus on getting what you call the really big jobs, that will cause a bit of a problem. That has been the underground pipe work. Of course, I haven't built all of it because we don't need all of it to begin with. And so we built our pipe work here, and also we've built in our power cables here as well. And the other reason for doing this is that power lines and sewage pipes don't catch fire. So what I was trying to do is get as much of this done as possible so that we can just get it out of the way. At the moment, I've also finished off my construction crews. I'm kind of, well, this is a good idea. I think it's going to be a little bit of a problem in the short term. And what we are currently working on is this water well. I think what I do need to do is get you also on this three-way switch now. I mean, road-wise, I think we've got everything done. Looks like we finished the pergola here. The reason I wanted to get this pergola finished was the fact that I wanted to make sure that I can do all the distances. It also means now that I can start putting you into there and you into there, and of course we can connect you to there, because these footpaths have now been finished. So we're just going to hook these back into wherever we got to go, and of course we need to put that there, and I think that put you there. Be nice if I could get that. That's a little bit short, but I think we've got the connection, because of course if we're going to put the waste management in, I need to get all these footpath connections in. So this area is trundling along very slowly. Let me, before we move on, just make sure, yeah, you're working on the ground and you're working on the shopping mall and the rural store here. So we're kind of starting from the logical place going out. Up here, things are progressing a little bit better. Again, the focus has been very much on the underground pipe network. We got no main HT leads. Well, I think I did some HT leads here, but we do need to put in the plan in the distribution here. I have done the main connection to there. And of course, the really big job that's been trundling along all winter is this thing. We're nearly there. This has been quite a major project in its own right, to be honest. I'd be glad to see the back of it. We have started putting together some buildings. I am thinking about maybe putting our groundworks crew on the fire station. I'm kind of tempted to, because this is a lot closer to the border, is actually getting some fire engines into here and then getting the fire crew in. Problem is that we won't have power. So at the moment, it looks like this town is going to be the first one up and running, which is a little bit of a problem because this doesn't have the right university in it. I think this is the technical university, not the Soviet HQ. The other thing is that I've run out of road jobs, so I've set the road crew on this really big job here, pushing out up through here to connect to the border. You can see that they kind of delivered, well, they've delivered all the gravel now. Wow. I mean, we just need this. Probably going to take, you can see it's going to take 1,867 work days by that bulldozer to get that finished. So they can just do that in their own time. Right, we're finally coming out of the weather. What I want to do is get out of this. And then the other town that we're working on is actually, I can actually go down now and show it to you because they were working on roads, but I couldn't see which ones also needed upgrading. I think what I'm inclined to do is I feel the need that we can come down here. So I think what we will do is get this built. That's been built. I've kind of resisted the urge for footpaths, and I want that built as well. So hopefully my tiny little road crew here will, well, get that as the first job, and then they can work on that job. Is that the first job? 335. Let me just see. Yep. And then eventually we'll start working back onto this one. So at the moment these guys can troll along quite happily doing what they're doing. Oh, we also need that, miss those two footpaths as well. So we can just add that and that in as well. So they can just get on with the job. Now, the first thing I want to do now that we've got out of the snow is I want to do a survey for coal and iron. Not the whole map, just around our villages, because I'm just going to slow it down. Simply because I need to know whether there's any big deposits which are going to interfere with my plans. So we'll start with this area here, somewhere here. And, well, okay. This is not what, so we've got a coal mine up there, 30% right on the border. So this looks like it's been left as a random area here, which is, so we got lots of coal deposits around here. That's going to be, it's going to be a pain. But it looks very much, looking at this, that it's only one really big deposit. Oh, we got another one here, 15%. Problem is, it's very close to our village. Let me just sweep this for iron. I mean, if we could find iron here, it would be brilliant. So there's no iron in the vicinity, which in some ways is good. Because I think trying to build a steel industry right next to a small village like this, with all the problems with pollution, would take things to a different order. Right, see how far the coal will extend towards this place. Okay, got 2% there. That's not even worth the effort. 1%. So we got coal there, it's disappeared. Again, I'm more interested in this border area here. So we got a coal deposit on that other village, on top of the village. And that flash, no. Okay, let's see what we've got out here. Nope, 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 nope. Kind of push out a little bit this way up. Got another coal deposit there. Okay, and another one just there. Which is that in some ways these coal deposits are better because they're far enough away from this village. The only trouble is it means we'd have to populate this village because it's way too far away from the respect of the available transport we've got at the moment. Again, we'll just see if we're going to strike lucky. Okay. No. Oh, flash there. So we got 2 coal deposits there. Right. I've got a horrible feeling here, guys. Well, there's no... I'm really worried that we're going to get an iron mine right close to the village. I don't see any iron at all, is there? Okay. This is not good. Oh. We've got iron here. And a little bit iron there right next to the rail tracks, which we... Now, at first appearances, this looks good because it's a reasonable distance away from the village. But, and it's a big but, I had other plans for this area. This is the reason why I was doing the survey, because I was hoping to start planning the rail construction here, and I was going to put the rail construction yards here. But it looks like we've actually going to have to possibly 39, so 46%, 45%. So we're talking at best about 46%. I think what I will do is 47%. I'm going to put the coal that there in template mode because we can always delete this as long as we don't get it. Now you can put buildings down in realistic mode as long as you don't put any materials in it or anything like that. You can still remove it. The game will still let you demolish it. But the moment you start putting materials in or start building it, then the demolition mechanic comes in. So I'm going to put in that iron mine there just for the moment. Probably would need to do it that way. 47%. That's just as a reminder to me to do it. All right, let's just go and see what the bad news is up here. We'll stick with the iron mine for the moment. Again, I'm more interested in whether there's anything close to the village or town. I'm not... There's no iron here. That's good. How about up here? I'm not seeing anything. Okay. Now that's good. Check the mountains here. Yeah, so that means that we've got no iron in this area. And then, oh, I know there's no oil, so got no coal here. Oh, what we got here? So it looks like we've got a small patch of coal here. Now, when my wife put these resources in, I told her not to put anything in that was really well concentrated. So it looks like our best coal mine is here. Oh, we got a little bit of shadow there. I mean, that's a reasonable distance away from here. So we got some coal in this area, which we could use because that would thing. But what we probably would need to do is kind of figure out some way to get out that way. And that's so the coal's a reasonable distance away, and we've got no iron in the vicinity. Just kind of zoom round at long distance now, because one of the best times to do surveying is in the dark. Yeah, so we got no problem with iron. Okay, so that's giving me a flavour of what I want to do. So that's the surveying done. The next thing we're just going to do is let the game run. And the next thing I'm going to need to do is look at the power options. Just make sure these guys are kind of still working away nice and hard. The downside of this construction offices is that you can't see what these guys are actually working on. Have you... Okay, so you're working on the boards. These guys are actually going quite well. You're working on the hospital, you're working on the sewage plant. How close is that? Just waiting for mechanical components. It's going to speed the game up actually. Whoops. Yeah, if we can get that heating pipeline done. I think maybe we'll get you working on that as well. And you're actually working on this here. So at the moment we've got a power line from here coming up into here. So I think what we're going to do to begin with respect to substations, should we use the in-game ones or power substations? Kind of looking for something that might be a bit more in keeping with what we've got here. It will need to have that. I don't want road connections. I want large, medium. The only downside with these is that some of these may not actually... I think I'm going to stick with the in-game substations simply because these, I know that the 3 connections works, because one of the hazards with the mod is the fact that we may not actually have, how can you put it, the ones with 3 connections may not actually work in the same way as that's been changed when the game went into full release. So what I'm thinking is that we've got power to there, so we can push this into the center of town. But no, actually I think we're going to come out this way, because we do need to have power out. Yeah, if we bring a power line to here, because this is going to be like a corner and we do need power to this and this and this. So I'm wondering if we use this supply. Can I? Yeah, if I push that up that way. Actually, we'll see. I'm going to put it there, because that will get power into the port, and it means that we can. We're going to have to go round the what we call it. Just take that one away. And here we're going to up, so we've got to get past the custom shed and run you to there. That will, yep, so that's all connected. We've got a second one there, and what we can do now, the range of this one deals with that. So means we can put some extra stuff in there. And part of me feels that because we are going to expand into this area. So part of me says, kind of, well, I think we might put a high tension cable through here. So I think what the next one that we're going to put in will be that. We'll connect this right on the limit there. So what we could do is, I want a bit of an overlap here. So if I say I put in, never see the, where's the, okay. Now now we've got to put in the waste as well. So what I will do is we're going to put the waste in first, actually, because that's more important, because we got overlap with power substations. So now comes the fun bit, because what we've got to do is put in these waste collection. Now, I've been thinking a little bit about it. I'm not going to use these ones here. We are going to be using the small containers, simply because we've got more options with respect to vehicles, or we should have. Let me just check. Again, we need to keep an eye on waste trucks. If I search by capacity, we got this heavy hauler, which is a large container, but I don't feel this is something I want wandering through the centres of town. And then we got this large container, but only carries 3.6. But we got this small container that's got a capacity of 6 tons. So my instinct is, actually, let's see if we got any. Oh, we can't produce from rubles here, can we? Dollars, sorry, not rubles. What am I on about? So my instinct is that what we've got to do is use these small, I think these are small, isn't it? Yeah, small containers. It can hold 30 tons of mixed waste, and it's got 5 actual containers. So if you think about it, it's 5 containers of 6 tons. And of course, the place we're going to start is the hospital. The other thing I like about these is the fact that they've got 2 containers. So we could put you about there, like that, because we will get quite a lot of garbage from the store. But if I put you there, I think this could be, and put you there, and put you there. Of course, the problem now is that we won't see, what was it? I've forgotten. The actual stand distance is, I think it's around 114 meters. So if we say anything within 107 meters is going to be serviced by this. So what that's going to cover is, it's going to cover the hospital, the shop. It won't cover those buildings that way, but it will cover this building, and more importantly this building, which is quite a big building, and also our little water substation, which doesn't produce jet garbage anyway. So that is going to cover this area here and all these buildings here. So the next place we need to look at is here. Let me just see. I don't think we get, I just want to check something. To do it. I think the trouble with these symbols is that they don't actually show you anything until it's actually been built. Now, so the next area we want to cover is about here. I think with a if we put it where I was planning on putting the substation, so if we put another one there, we need to cover that. Looks like the would be nice to be able to embrace the fire station as well. So that's 115, but we can fix that with a footpath out here. So put the footpath there. I don't think that's a bus platform. What am I on about? What am I worrying about that? My instinct is I want to cover this. We got that is covered. We want to cover this building, and this building. If I could put that in about there with something like, the shame that the footpath doesn't go the other way, but I think maybe if I could get that down to there, that's 109. Saying I put you there, and maybe if we do that, so that covers this area here. Check again. That's right on the extreme limit, but it should be okay. And hopefully substation, maybe we can work this out. Oh, that would be nice. We could put in a substation there. Trouble's going to be is the actual cable. I could get that out. Get you to there. Run you across to there. Question is, have I made that connection? Sometimes it can be quite difficult to tell. That's that way. That will put that substation right smack bang in the center of town, which would then give us all the main coverage there. And that means we can take out the HT cable round the town here and actually get that. So we've now got the garbage collection there and there. We need to cover this area now. We don't need to cover this block because this block's got double coverage, and this block is part of the overall process as well. So what we could do is, I put you there like that. This one not connected, so we'd have to put a path out the back there so that you've got a connection, and then we would have to put this here. I severely doubt, but I think on this one I'm just going to put I think we'll put a collection point there. You don't need it really on the church. Actually, I don't want that one. Maybe we will put in, that's 0.72, that's 0.72. Okay, we're going to stick with that, whether we like it or not. It's just going to take a little while to fill up, but I'm just gonna have to put you about there. I mean, these are relatively cheap, I suppose. It'd be nice to put it in there, but something tells me we're not going to get it. We need to cover the. This is the kindergarten. Kindergartens do need their own, or they do need a connection to an exterior waste because they can produce quite a lot of waste. That will cover those two, and that building there, but it seems, but it won't actually fit in there. We've got connection there, which if I could, that would connect to the kindergarten. That's right on the limit of the kindergarten, so that's not going to get to those buildings, is it? So I think what we're going to do is we're going to push you to there. Move you. And then that's right on the extreme limit. So if I put a connection there, because what I'd like to do if possible is not have to build that. So if we push you to there, that will be, that reduces that to 74 meters. Those two buildings are out on their own. That's 102, that's 43. So this will cover this building, this building, this building, and this building. So it kind of covers this area here. For the moment, what I'm going to do is just go that way, and then we can concentrate on building these. And then once we've got them built, we can actually see whether there's any gaps. So I think that will make sense. Next thing I want to put in here is how many high tension drop-offs have I got from here now? 2. We can take one that way, should we need it. Although, strictly speaking, unless we build heavy industry in that area, we don't really need it. Now, again, we've got to pay attention to fire coverage, because if we build it out too far, what we'll get is a thing. I think what we'll do is we'll come in here. I want that on this. We can put a, just going to put a something like that there, and then we're again, maximum output is 8. So was it 6, wasn't it? Because these are 3 each. So the maximum output is 6. So we're not going to run these that far, are we? So just run that connection there. Okay, guys, apologies that I've just had a little bit of an emergency, so I had to stop the video, and I've completely lost my train of thought now. So rather than working on here, what we'll do is we'll go down to the other village so that I can actually kind of start again. Yeah, it was kind of one of these moments where I had to stop immediately without doing an outro. Anyway, so that fixed. What we're going to do now is work in this area with the garbage. Kind of a key area that we need to start with is here, simply because we've got a series of buildings here. I don't think there's any. There's a footpath connection. Yeah, what we could do is we could bring out footpaths that way. If we could get a garbage dump thing in this area here. Oh yeah, that would be. Well, come on, you can do it, game. You can do it. That would be brilliant, because that would cover that block there, all the school, everything. Yeah, if we put that there, What I will do is remove this and put in mud footpath there. Just want to double check this. What we might do is overlap things a little bit. They're all within 100 meters, so we've effectively covered this whole area here with one garbage dump. That would be very, very useful. And then what we could do is we could get another one in here. This one's going to be a bit more tricky because we've got buildings through here. So this one may need its own dedicated garbage dump here. That's really nice coverage as well. Would be great if I could do something. The trouble is I can't build it. That's annoying. On game, you can do it. Actually, we could do it that side. I'm sure that went green. That would be its coverage. Question is, can we get the mud footpaths to there? I'm starting to really like these containers. So that will cover that one, that will cover that one, it would cover these. If I put a start with you there and bring you in there like that. That bring these in range. That one would come in range there, but this one wouldn't be. So we'd have to put another garbage dump down here to cover these, and these are going to be quite crucial. So plus the fact is that we're probably going to need to put some extra houses down here. So if I could get that one hooked up, it'd be worth putting in a collection site here. Again, if I could get that on the angle, that would be that's right on that extreme limit. If we could get that, if I could push this road out a smidge further. Okay. There's a road connection there. Push you out like that, a smidge further. That's going to be a bit of a problem because that is a small section of road. But then again, we can treat this as a farm road or something like that. We could build it to there, and then maybe later on we could. That distance there would then not count. We put you about there, really in close. You can go there. You can go there. That connects to that. That will connect up to there to there. So that would cover this entire area. And then if we put we could put, is what I could do now. Probably just put this road up really close behind like that. Then if we put houses here, we could connect through a footpath here, and then we can put houses on these fields. So we got a area here. Oops. So we got coverage to up out as far as here, 106. So the next area of coverage we need to do is to cover these two buildings and these. I don't think we'll be able to get out as far as there. It'd be nice if we could. No, it's not gonna. That's 116. So it looks very much like we will just put this one in. I think we'll just put you there, put you through to there. That leaves a little bit of space in case we need to build anything there, like a substation. That will service these two buildings. This one, where did I put it? I can't even find it. There it is. You can service this building here, but we got a couple of buildings here that will not really do. I think probably how's the population here? 8 and 4. Okay, so what we're going to do is put you on the list of not to move into. What most likely do here is just kind of ignore those for the moment, and because they're not really worth the effort, kind of putting a garbage site in there. So what we'll probably do is set these for demolition and remove them. We've got this one covered, so what we're probably looking at is covering these two from this point here. In fact, we put the garbage just in here. We can build out this way later on. So just put you in. That also will cover the church. So if we put you in something really close like that. Hook you to there. And this one will, basically it will just cover the church and these two buildings here with the potential for there. So that just leaves this corner here. Now we got water here. We got Colonist HQ, so the Colonist HQ is going to need it. This one's already got coverage from there. So we could quite literally put in, see what is needed here. So just come in here. That will actually put the waste within range of that. Well, that'd be pretty useful. Let me just see. That will cover. Now, as far as I know, water pumps don't need it, but the water purification will need it, and also the vehicle repair bay. Never knew the vehicle repair bay needed, and that will give us. Yeah, I think if we can put you in about there. Well, that's too far, so we would have to kind of put you about there. That brings that in range, that in range. I think that actually provides full coverage for our little town here, with the exception of these couple of buildings here. The problem's going to be is how far our services will reach out. I don't want to remove these fields unless I have to, because I've got a little bit of a project that I want to do with respect to our farming fields. The only other area where we might need to collect waste is just here. Let me just see, let me just check this. Okay, so what we're probably going to have to do here is just put in, kind of tuck you up into there. Right, that needs waste as well. So if we kind of, I must admit, I'm really starting to warm to these connections here. So if we put you to there, you to there, that collects all the waste in this area here as well. So that covers the kind of entire town. Now we've got this here. So the next thing we want to do is put in a power supply. We want to carry on with what I was doing. Right, this supplies power to here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to run you up to, can't build, but we can put a substation there. That will cover this corner of the map quite neatly. It will split the road, but who cares? And then what you will do is we are going to run up here like that. The reason I did that is that I want to keep this area open if possible for housing and stuff like that. So that will bring the power into here. We've got this substation here. We've got this one here, which is the flip side of that. Now, this substation will cover right up to everything up as far as there. So there's part of me, we've got power cables here causing a nuisance anyway. So let me just see. We only cover part of that, so we will need a, let me just see, let's start from this side, like that. Part of me says put the power supply here. The reason being is that this will allow us to run, if we need more industry in this area, we've got a power supply that will take out stuff this way. So if we put a power supply in there, this can be connected up with Mud Road. Now, what I would like to do, they've got a distance here. Let me just see. 1.85. How much will it cost me? That's not too bad actually, and it would be a lot tidier. I think that's, I'm kind of thinking, okay, let me just, yeah, I think we can come to there. That is the there, and to get it to 2.55, we need the 1.65 power cable. Now I'm going to put 2 in there just so that we can do it for planning, but to begin with, we're only build 1. That will give us, it kind of makes the aesthetics of the village a little bit better. So we've got that one there, that will cover this area here really nicely. And my instinct is, if I could put another substation just in here, because that will cover that. Actually, I could put another, that will cover into here. My instinct is we need to connect this road in. Job for the road crew. In fact, I think there's a job for the road crew now. For there. Where are you, road crew? You probably could do with another dumper actually. do it. Get you another heavy steam hauler. You can build into there through that section there, and then let me just recalibrate the. So you can come to there. So we got a potential dead zone here. You can run power to there. Mine. That covers that area there. That covers that area there. If I put in one just on this corner, up this way a little bit, say that about there. Oops. And of course, what we can do with this one is just run a above the ground cable. Run it very close to the, and that can just run into there like that. So that puts the entire power supply in here. So this area's been done. We've got power, all that. We've got the waste. Now we've got to go into the area of the burning pits, which I think we were, I can't remember where we were going to put them now. I was going to put a waste transfer in. And I'm kind of looking at this road here. I kind of built it through out of convenience, but there's part of me now that says this could be a good location for the waste transfer pit, but we'd have not the transfer pit, the transfer office. We could, if I could put this here, again we're gonna have to use this one small transfer office here. Just push it out like that. And now comes, we're going to put, what I'm going to do is put a cargo station as a kind of back door. I'm going to use the modded one here like that. And we'll just kind of push this out. That kind of gives us a little bit of extra distance. And then what we can do, we've got this road out here. It's going to be, is that going to be far enough away from, of course we got our coal mine there. And what I'm going to do is find, clear everything. Burning pit. Oops. We've got a waste burning pit. What we'll do is we'll put the waste burning pits out about here. 2 of them. Now these are going to need power. You don't need that. I'm pretty sure these will need power, so actually that's bad news. So I'm pretty sure waste burning pits actually do need power. Yep. So we're going to have to put now we're going to have quite a lot of industry up here, aren't we? Plus the fact I want the what we call it up here. So I think what we will do is the infrastructure is getting a little bit overly complex, but there's not much I can do about it. And we'll just push this out here. Again, we'll hook you to there. And then what we'll do is we'll create a localized thingy bob here. So if we put it about just tuck you in there, and then we can kind of, the angle's a little bit too sharp, but what that will do is it will kind of cover this area, and then when we put in some extra stuff here, because if we're gonna have the iron mine there, what I might have to do is try and put in the actually, yeah, I think that's, so we got a couple of waste burning pits. They won't last very long, so we're gonna need to work on something that's a bit more sophisticated here. But that kind of gets this sorted, get this built in here, around here, the road crew, then we can build in the other road into the bus station there. Anyway, I'm aware that I'm running out of time on this video, so what we're going to do is just go up here and see what our guys are doing up here. What are you doing? What's up with this heating pipe? Where is the... Okay, so it looks like this guy's finally delivering 0.38. Yeah, we're going to need to do something about this. Get him to come up here and deliver the last of the... Oh, he's... Okay. Heating pipe, high priority. Yeah, he's delivering the electro components to there. We need to get that finished because it's holding up, it's kind of containing a bulldozer. But overall, things are going fairly well here. So we should be able to be able. So I think there's a very real possibility that we might be able to get this town populated next year once we've built in all these buildings. And of course, we got the power to put in and the sort out the waste disposal here. How's my guys going here? They're working their way up through there. As part of, looks like these guys have, what are you working on now? Yeah, you've got a couple of footpaths in this road out this way. That'll keep you busy for the moment. And then before winter, what we'll do is we'll get these sorted out. In fact, what I was going to do is just put a temporary mud road down to there. Actually, it might be quite nice to create a triangle here. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.